Good morning, everybody. Sean here, the Detroit Diz. Today is December the 23rd, 2025. Only a few more days left in 2025 until we get 2026. Hey, I have a call out for you. We are trying to get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. And until we reach that goal, our very first goal, that is, of 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to continue to ask you, if you can, just go ahead and mash that subscribe button, shall you? It's completely free. And then after you hit the subscription button, go ahead and ding that notification bell. That's right. That way you get to know when we go live or upload a brand new video. All of it's completely free. And I want to say, if you are already a subscriber, we appreciate you. We're grateful for you. And yeah, without you guys, the channel, I'd just be sitting here lonely, I guess, every single day. And but I would still do the channel regardless. Anyways, oh boy, I don't know where to begin. Today is a solemn day for Disney YouTubers, or even a lot of different types of YouTubers, actually, that were affected and touched by one man's YouTube likeness, persona, mannerisms, and so on and so forth. But we'll get that to that later on along our ride here. I have a point in the ride where I think I'm going to talk about it in the last third of this ride. Anyways, but I do have a list today in my visor. Oh boy, there it is. In my visor, I have a list. It is a kind of a today we're going to be talking about weird and strange news. Look, I get my news from several sources. Some of it's delivered via Google alerts on certain topics. I have a PC and a Mac, and I get MSN News, and I follow a lot of things. I like to spread my genres of news and topics plentiful across a slew of topics. So lately, I have been following a lot of scientific and space things too. When I say space, like outer space, like, in the universe kind of things. And I have to say that I never knew there was so much stuff out there, including I also follow a lot of things about science and Earth and all that kind of stuff. And some of these things that they talk about, I scratch my head. I go, I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know if that's really proven or not. I don't know. That sounds kind of wonky. You know what I'm saying? I challenge in my head whether these are just some type of clickbait titles that they're just putting out there, and then a bunch of ads. So they're making money on you just getting there and then sending you ads. I have no idea. But some of these, I would say there's a lot of, not a majority, but there's a lot of websites out there that are news sites that are just very clickbaity titles. We have them in the Disney community. I won't mention names of who they are, but they write clickbait titles, and then you get to look at their ads, and they send you their ads, and they get revenue by you just showing up because you've clicked something. And yeah, I don't call that news. I call that clickbaiting you to get ad revenue. Anyways, so it's crazy. But I've been following all of these. Now, as far as people's interests in space and the final frontier. No, I'm just joking. There are a lot of Star Trek fans, but people's interest in like spacecraft and aliens, that is like quadrupled probably since earlier on in February, when the drones and the orbs were all over the place. The supposed drones and orbs. I don't. Who knows whatever happened? We'll never know. It's just like Area 51. We'll never know. You know, I mean, you can hang out there in front of the gate guard shack out there at the gate at Area 51. You'll never know. You know. Anyhow, so yeah, you'll never know. It's very secretive what really happens. Did they really tell us anything? I mean, this is not like National Treasure where you're going to get the key to the book. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so our first thing today, is it the trash truck? What's going on here? Oh, it is a trash truck. We gotta watch ourselves because a trash truck is coming up or something. Yeah, it is trash or UPS, not trash. And they are wearing, very good. They are wearing their reflective gear. Nice. It's very reflective, and they do have the light on. Good job, trash guys, and good job to me for slowing down. All right, now let's get back into this. So, a couple things. First of all, one story talked about warp speed, that warp speed is possible. Now, I don't know what it is lately, but we've heard about data centers that take, 1.2 gigawatts of power. Sounds like something from Back to the Future. And yeah, so that was a thing. Gosh, I can't even see all the bright lights. And now they're talking about, that's data centers. And then, I was talking yesterday about the rock and roll coaster and how they could make something like into kind of like one of these futuristic travel kind of thing in majiggies. But anyways, that was just a joke, but never know. But warp speed is that kind of ties into this 3I Atlas thing. Comet. It's a comet. Some people believe it's alien spacecraft. Some people are saying that it has it propulsions itself. It uses propulsion to move itself. Some people think it's just freely flying around in space. I don't know what the truth is. I don't think anybody does. I think it's just a bunch of guessimentations. That's a word I just made up. And yeah, I just think that people are just, giving their best guess, their swag, scientific, wild, blank guess. I don't know, but warp speed, is it even possible? I don't know. I mean, I thought about oxygen scoops, how we would get a spacecraft around. I mean, look, I don't know if we're going to go to Mars anytime soon. I mean, I know Donnie Trump there was talking about us going back to the moon or maybe Mars. I don't know. I think it was. And then we have the Space Force, warp speed. I believe it more if we had something that was already flying around like a spaceship first. Maybe they are building a spaceship somewhere where we can't find it, but I'm sure Google Earth would already have snapped a photo on it and somebody would have found it, right? Okay, so why do here's another thing, but not in the scientific realm, but it could be scientifically proven maybe. Why is it that the Detroit Lions, every time they play a football game, that the referees are almost like against them? Do you think it's some type of conspiracy that somebody's paying all the refs to make bad calls on the Lions, or do you think it's ordered? You guys will call bad plays, or else you'll be fired. Or do you think that? I don't know. What do you think it is? What's the deal? Do you think that it's just a coincidental thing? Or do you think it's like an orchestrated plot against the Lions so they could never make the playoffs again? Okay, now back to weird and strange. A crystallized egg was found in a dinosaur egg, not just any egg. A huge, a ginormous egg. A ginormous egg was found in China. And I could only imagine Trump talking about this ginormous egg in China. About how big it is and how it's crazily huge. I mean, that's if we found a ginormous egg here in the United States, and then he would talk about that. But if it's China, it would be fake news. And anyways, so the egg in China, crystallized dinosaur egg, supposedly. I don't know. You tell me. It sounds like something from one of those movies, Jurassic Park, where they found the egg, it hatches. We now have a brand new Tyrannosaurus, T-Rex. Who knows? Flying something or other with giant wings and a beak that's going to go around and eat people. I have no idea. Anyways, okay, here's a question I've always had. Is it too late? You could answer me, too. This is really great. This is like Tuesday questions, right? Is it ever too late? Is it ever too late to jump into a TV show that's already 10 seasons deep or more, or even a few seasons? Let's say 3. I'll give it 3 seasons deep, because I think you can watch 2 seasons and come back, but 3 seasons and more, you're like, that's a really big task to try to come back and watch it all. I don't know, or maybe you're maybe what how many seasons in the past do you give up to say that you're going to try to watch it from the beginning and catch back up before, maybe you start in May at the end of all the TV series are over for the year, and then you go all summer long and you binge watch like all the seasons of show X, Do you do that, or do you just say, forget it, I'll just start from the beginning, or start from the most recent couple of ones and catch up and read about it somewhere else? Or what do you do? What do you do? That's the question of the day. What do you do about that kind of stuff? Those people, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so there have been some weird things. I did not see the photos. I don't know if there are photos. It was just another clickbaity title, but it said there's things washing up on beaches that are showing up that don't belong here. A 20-legged octopus. No, I'm just making that up. I don't know. Anyways, all right, enough about weird and strange news. Some serious note here. Detroit, I'm a fan of house and techno and EDM music. In that order: house, techno, EDM. And I am a fan of the Detroit Techno Militia. And I hope that someday on our local airwaves that we have a techno house channel on the FM dial. Somebody should make it happen, because the only way I can listen to it is if I have Sirius XM or Apple Music, which, that too. I have that too, but you got to build another thing. Okay, now to the meat and the potatoes. The topic at hand: why is it a solemn day? So I'm going to make a video on its own, which is going to be on the way home today. Okay, talking about this further. But it is a sad day. A YouTube follower that I've been following for a very long time. Now, I've had my channel since 2009. And I've been watching YouTube that long, since it's started. And it is very sad in my heart. I had a hard time with it last night. I still can't stop thinking about it. Adam the Woo has passed on. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to be making a video about my influence from Adam the Woo, and what are my thoughts, reflecting on the past of Adam the Woo, and talking about some things that I have viewed through Adam the Woo and how it kind of affected my YouTube journey and whatnot. So I'm going to be talking about that on the way home, giving me more time to kind of gather it all together so I can put it out there and not stumble or fumble with my words or anything else like that. It'll be kind of rantish, but hey, you guys will get through it. But I just want to say my condolences to his family. Very suddenly, it's a big loss to YouTube in general, and other people too, because he was not just a YouTuber, he was a son. He was a brother. He was a friend to many. He was a musician. he was a great guy that was nice to everybody. And I have to say that it is very sad, but his legacy will live on. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now, and we'll revisit this later on today after I have a bunch of things written down. And that was going to be my mission for later, a little bit later. Anyways, I really appreciate everybody who subscribes, by the way, to this channel, as my journey to 1,000 is underway. We need about 240 more subscribers to get 1,000. I know that we can make it. I know I'm going to be putting out a video on all of my social medias to get everybody to get here. I have over 2,000 something people on TikTok, and hopefully some of them will come over here and mash that subscribe button. And the same thing with my Facebook people that I know and whatnot. So listen, I'm going to try to get people to come over here and join, shall you? Anyways, so it's been a great morning. Look, it's kind of raining outside. As you can see, December 23rd. I don't think it's going to be a white Christmas, except if you count those piles. But they say that the snow already has to be here, at least an inch of snow. But we don't have that. These are just piles of snow that people could never get rid of or never melted or something along those lines. That's what I'm saying. So it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a white Christmas, but, and it's supposed to be 40 at least. It's going to be 47 today. 47. That's fantastic. Anyways, you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.